Hey guys, Patrick with MT Knives coming to you live from the Ozarks in the frigid Ozarks. But looky here, we're not going to be cold for long. So what is that contraption? This is a water heater. So when I did the floors in this shop, I put in some PEX for some radiant floor heat. And use what you got, right? So we already had this water heater. It gets used for lots of things. You can use it for like water bath canning. I bought it just because, well, my wife wanted it. For lots of reasons, but now it's in my shop. So anyways, I commandeered it. So we use it for cooking large batches of soup or bone broth or canning. Use it for heating water. That's what it's designed to do. So it's wood fired. It's got this little door here. Nice fire going. Works really well. So to put in the radiant floor heat, it was going to be quite a bit for an electric system, and I really didn't want to spend the money on that for a single purpose, right? Like, so all it's going to do is heat the shop. This shop is designed as kind of passive solar, so it shouldn't need a whole lot for heating. But this cold, we got super cold. We got down into the negatives. It wasn't supposed, earlier last week I looked and we weren't supposed to be above freezing for like the next 10 days. However, thankfully today we were above freezing. We're going to be above freezing tomorrow. This morning when I woke up, it was 1 degree out, according to my thermostat. It's cold, which I have a big diesel Mr. Heater. What is it? It's 185,000 BTU diesel heater. The problem is it heats air. Are you going to put inverters in? I'm not. Anyway, I'll get to that question. I'm not really sure I understand that question. Anyways, what the problem is when you heat air and you don't have a ceiling in, the air just goes right out the ceiling. I am using spray foam to do the ceiling. So we've got the ceiling started, right? We got the first row. We got the second row almost ready. The problem is the colder it is, the slower the foam sets up. And then second of all, if it's too cold, it doesn't even really, yeah, it's cold. Got a friend here helping. The problem is it won't even really set up properly if it's cold, too cold. So anyways, I was like, I've got this pipe in the ground or in the slab. And if we heat this slab, one, the heat's not going to just go out the roof. Two, it will make the foaming the ceiling that much quicker. The problem is, if I don't put any kind of antifreeze in the floor, then I can't let it freeze. So I really don't want to put antifreeze in our water heater that we use for cooking. So I'm probably not going to use antifreeze. That means once I start heating this floor, it's going to stay heated until the ceiling's done. And we can keep it above freezing in here. So anyways, we're making good progress. We spent a lot of this last week, or not really a lot of this. I had some company come in. When was it, Sam? I've lost track of days. Was it Friday? Friday? Something like that. Anyways, we spent a lot of time my barn house conversion had a lot of holes still, and so we sealed up a lot of holes. Last winter we weren't living in the barn. This year we are, so we had to close up a lot of holes, stop wind infiltrating, and try to keep pipes from freezing in there because it's pretty big. So anyways, so we've been working hard to seal up air gaps and insulate walls and things like that. And then we've done some wiring here in the shop so we have more power. And we're working on, we got the stove pipe up today. The stove moved in here and we're fixing to plumb. I got a water pump running, and we're fixing to have some heat in this floor real quick. So anyways, a little different live tonight. It's this is what we're doing. This is the building phase we're at. So there is actually going to be a door here. This is not something, this is kind of a temporary setup for now. I didn't want to put a hole through my block for a chimney, so I just put it through this door opening that it'll work for this winter. So make and do with what you have. It's something good to learn how to do. Use what you got, make it work, and sometimes you can't just go out and do everything the way you want it from the get-go. So that's been, honestly, that's been a lot of the journey of being self-employed, is just getting out there and doing it and not waiting for the perfect, having everything that you think you need to have to do something. You just got to work with what you got, do the best you can, and yeah. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that's encouraging. It's easy to watch what other people are doing and think, must be nice. But typically, what I've seen over the years is people who have been where I desire to go, they didn't get there overnight. It's years of building, working, getting closer, setting goals, getting there. Speaking of which, that reminds me, I've still got 3 miles to run today. Might do some night running in the cold and the ice. I wish I had some, I used to have, I wish I had, when I worked for the power company, we had these cleats that we'd put over our shoes, give you traction on ice. Wish I still had some. I probably do. I just don't know where they are. So anyways, it's nice to get some heat in here that's not burning diesel fuel. I was spending probably maybe $20 a day, more on diesel fuel just to heat. That wasn't really effectively heating this space. So I'm excited to see what happens when we get the floor heated, to see what it's like, even with the ceiling not in here. Should be tomorrow. I'd like to heat stuff up. I'd like to hook stuff up tonight, but I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow, hook it up, and see. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Your question about the inverters, I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about something for the radiant floor heat? Basically, the plan is there is this inch and a quarter spigot on the bottom of this tank. I'll come out of this tank, go to my pump, my circulation pump. I'll go from my circulation pump to some, what's the word I'm looking for? Huh? Manifold. Manifold. We're going to build your solar powered. Oh, solar powered inverter. No, I have, so it's passive solar, meaning this shop is south facing with the proper amount of glazing. and we'll have overhangs so that the sun doesn't come into the shop in the summertime when it's hot, but the sun will pass through in the wintertime with the lower angle of the sun and heat the space. With good insulation and good design, it can save, half, you can take half the heating that would be required for something that's not passively solar designed. So it's basically the orientation of the shop, the glazing, and then, you really don't want windows on the north side if you can avoid it. You want most of your windows in the south. You can have some in the east and the west, but anyways, that's what I meant by passive solar design. I have solar. Solar would not really be practical for the amount of energy that I need for the grinders and the heat treat ovens and stuff that I use. So, not that I wouldn't have solar on my shop eventually for some stuff, but the old grid is reliable and I can use as much as I want within reason. So anyways, yeah, it's coming together, getting a little closer every day, and nice to have some heat going. So we will catch you guys next week. I've still got to go get a run in this cold. So that'll be fun. Who wants to come run in with me? If you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you'd like. Or if you don't like, that's fine. You guys take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Figure